Alright guys, 1988 Chevy Scottsdale pickup. It's probably the same as your Silverados or Sierras, you know, but I'm doing the window sweep seals. I believe that's what it's called. This is driver's side. I already did the passenger side, but we're gonna get those done. We'll do inners too, just because as you see. Now this is universal stuff. We got it from LMC. It's like a kit. I don't know how well you can see it. Threshold plate, window seal kit, yeah. I don't know if you see the price. It's never cheap. It's LMC, so. But we got to get this door panel off because I have to be able to take the mirror off to get the outer seal because it goes in there. So, which we're going to wind up having to trim this a little bit. This aluminum, I think it is. And then this seal we'll probably have to trim too because the passenger side we had to. But as you see, these are rock hard. They're toast. And it's a tight squeeze, but we'll get started. Hopefully this will go pretty smooth. Let's see here. There we go. Try to have you level at least. You're gonna need a tool for taking off the crank, you know, window crank. You're gonna need 10 millimeter for the bolts back here for the mirror. Sorry, I'm not all there. I'm adjusting stuff. Trim tool for taking out the sweep seals. Door panel. All gotta come out. So we'll get that started. There's that. That goes. Yeah, trim tool. Let's try the smaller one here. You just gotta find these clips. There's one in the middle. One on the edge. Just be careful because they do break. I try to do the slide approach instead of prying too much, but sometimes you can only do what you can do. Let's see here. I'm gonna roll the window down first before trying to pop that off. Now there's a little plastic backing plate here that you have to get in between that plate and then the door handle, or window handle, I guess. And then once you find the slot, you'll know it'll go forward, and then as you can hear, I just pop that clip up right there, a little clip, and then this just pulls right off. That clip goes back in, and here you just clip it back in here. I don't know if you can see it, but they clip it back in and you're good to go. Like that off. Follow it around. Odds are half of these clips are going to come off the door panel and they're going to be stuck in the door, and then you have to put them back on. But that's not surprising. One up here. Okay. Now the trick is you got to pull this out quite a bit and then push up. See? There we go. Look at that. And there's some of those clips. So there's quite a few down in here. Look, actually a couple of them broke, so I'll have to replace those. And then half of them are still in the door panel. 10 millimeter for these bolts. You'll need a deep well. This top one in here, I just loosen it up. I don't take it all the way out. Unless you got somebody holding the mirror. And then, see, down here. There's 1, 2, and 3 bolts. So simple. And then these little clips right here, we're going to be taking off with that tool, which I can show you right now. I just can't take them all the way off. You see the tool? Goes underneath that clip. And pops it out. Let's see here. gotta start here. Sorry about the horrible camera angles and lighting. I have plenty of light on, but it doesn't go where you need it to. But as you see it start coming up. I just cannot do the end one. Oh, actually, look at this one might allow me to. Look at I loosened that up enough to let me out. There we go. That's already out. Like I said, that we're gonna have to trim. And then this, because the clips are different on the new ones, which I don't have on me right now. Oh, on the other side. Oh, they're right there. We're gonna clean this up, and we're gonna add. I'm just gonna use Permatex Ultra Black, but you can use 3M like window weather stripping stuff. But see these little clips. The new one is different. It's like universal, and the clips are different. So, and they're not nearly as good as those. So I'm gonna put some extra support here to hold it. On the passenger side, I had to trim the piece that goes underneath here. This end, I had to trim part of it off of this and then off of that to get it to fit, because it was a little bit bigger. This side, the rounded side, goes to the outside. That's going to go in first. This is just a dry fit. I'm just seeing if it works. Yeah, we're going to have to try it. Okay, so we got to trim it. The end that goes there, I'm just going to take some snippers and cut off a little bit. Now it should fit. Let's see. Okay, so basically what I'm seeing is I'm going to have to file this down a little bit because it's just not working. It keeps grabbing. Okay. Let's wipe this off. Okay, I have faith this is going to work. Like I said, you can use the actual 3M stuff if you choose to. Okay, slide this in. Make sure that's out of the way. It's, I think, in all the way. Get it in there, we're going to kind of wiggle back and forth to get it down, because it is a tight squeeze. But if the door falls off, then I can't help that. Hopefully it's got good door pins. That is a tight squeeze. A little bit of RGB I gotta wipe up. You want to give me a new rag, guys? Okay, it all looks all the way down. I'll show you guys in a second. Okay. See, it almost looks like I know what I'm doing. Now, when you roll this up for the first time afterwards, I'd suggest holding this down just in case until it cures fully. Which I'm sure is going to be a day at least. Okay, that for me, good. All right, and then I can show you guys. Okay. It's in there. I had to trim this. Remember I told you? It's in there. It looks nice and good. A lot better than the other one. Where's the other one? Where's the old seal? Here's the old one. I mean, I'd say that was a little toasty. Now we can get this inner one done, which I have to drill and bolt or rivet because they're all stapled on, which I'll show you in a second. See, stapled. It's a horrible way to do it. So let's just pull that off. Yeah, that was hard. Okay, we're just gonna cut these. Cut it there. and then cut it on the other side, and then step on it later. Honestly, they probably should have did rivets in the first place. It would have made more sense. It looks cleaner, yes. And final one. Watch your fingers. There we go. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. Yeah, you can see part of it. Sure you could. You can see part. And now, see all riveted. Let's rotate this so you can see it. See? It looks good. Now we just gotta get back on. Oh wait. We gotta do all those clips. I don't think you guys want to see this, so I'm gonna pause it right there. You know, eventually I'm gonna remember this. There, that's back. Don't forget something. Oop, you gotta actually go on there. This is the fun part. You gotta bend this plastic enough to get it on the latch. No, we don't. You're not gonna find it. I assure you, you're not gonna, because I didn't buy it.
I just thought
I'm telling you, I didn't.
we'll have to get the one that's in it.
Where's the screws for this back?
Put 'em right here. You put stuff on 'em.
No, I didn't. I moved it off to the side.
Well, they were like,
You
one
were
was over
stepping
there
on
and
it.
one was over here.
I told you we didn't have small ones. Let's go buy some. Oh my gosh, he's already got this one.
Stripped out.
Yeah. Yep, I already got it stripped out. That's spot on. We'll fix that. Yay. Alright? Okay. They're all back together except I gotta replace those couple clips. So, but it's all done. Sweep seal. Yes. Once you roll the window up, babe, you want to hold that other side. Until it cures, I would definitely be careful on rolling this window up. I don't know if it will roll. Just is it trying to pull it up? It's a very tight squeeze. Okay. But the shape will change. They'll wind up wearing into this. But it's a tight squeeze. As you see, it didn't pull up at all. So it's on there still. One more thing. I'm going to use a little bit of PB Blaster silicone. Just a little dab. Oh, okay, or a lot. It comes out a lot more now. Roll down that window just a smidge. Roll down a smidge. Yep, now roll it back up. That way it gets on it. Alright, again. A little bit more. Okay, up. Yep. It'll wear in. Then we're going to wipe off the excess. It'll wear in, you know, as the heat gets to it and it flexes and changes shape. It'll wear in.